What up, guys? It's your boy Matt, back at it again with another video. And on this particular video, we're just gonna go through TradeZero's main desktop platform, which is called Zero Pro. We're just gonna go ahead from downloading, installing it, and how to make it easy, how to set up the platform, how to create hotkeys, and all the little things that would actually matter when it comes to trading, how to link windows and all that would make it smooth and easy for you to get all of the data that you want to get. So the first thing that you want to go and do is you want to open TradeZero, and then you want to log in with the to client portal, which with the password and username that they gave you. And once you're in, it will show you everything that you want to see here, your equity and all of that. Next thing you want to do is you want to click on the platform. Once you clicked on the platform, next thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and download TradeZero. Click download, it'll download. Now I already went ahead and downloaded, double click and install it, right? But I already went ahead and all done that. So once you download it, it would end up this, which is the desktop shortcut. So now you want to double click on this. It's a very easy platform to work with. It's not complicated at all. It's easy. So now it opens like this, and here you have to put in a username, password, and then you connect to the server. When you connect to the server is when you directly have pretty much your your account linked to this specific. So it comes up with how much money you have and all of that. So now this is what the platform looks like. I personally don't like this. You can open charts and stuff like that. I personally don't like this because I want every particular look. It can't really go out. This is the whole window. It opens all as a window, but in case if you want to have this particular chart on another window or stuff like that, you want to be able to have each separate windows as a floating window. All right, the way you do that is you go ahead and close it again, right? And when you open it, what you want to do here is you want to click here where it says additional settings, and you want to click in free floating windows, right? And that free floating window would create, now next time you open it, all the windows would be separated and free floating. So comes with everything again. You can create, so now as you can see, before everything was within this, right? But now, as you can see, the window is floating. I can take it to another window and stuff like that, right? So it comes up like this, same thing, username, password, you connect to the server. Once you connect to the server, that's when you get the market data and everything, all the price action. Before then, there was pretty much nothing. Now, the first thing that I want to go ahead and explain to you is what's in here, all right? So level 2 is pretty much, this is mine. But forget all about that. So level 2 is basically, if you click on level 2, it would just automatically opens a new level 2 window. This is where so if you type in a ticker, let's say VBPR, this is where you see all the before you edit it all. This is the default version of it, where you see the price, the bid and ask, and the time and sales is attached to it. I personally don't like to have the time and sales attached to this, and we'll go through all the settings. So that's the first thing. So we'll just go ahead and put that aside. The second thing is a chart. When you click on the chart, chart comes here. This is the default version of the chart with the grids and everything. I don't like that as well. So we'll go again with the and all of this. So let's start from the first one, which is so the level 2, right? The first thing that you want to do is you want to let's go from the start. Time and sales. Right click on here. Click on preference. Once you're in there, the first thing that I don't like is the time and sales being right next to it. I want to have the time and sales separately so that I'll be able to, play with the font and enlarge it and have it right next to it. I like to have it on the left side, and then the chart. I'll show you what I meant later on. Order entry, you do want to have order entry. That's the order entry. And then level 1 CODIS. Level 1 CODIS is actually the one here. I personally do have it to kind of, for me to visualize, it shows you opening price, closing price, the bid and ask, that's level 1, and this is level 2. So I do have that display market. I don't have this one. The reason why is because this is just a graph to show you which price level has more. For me personally, I don't use it. It just makes the level 2 looks weird. So my settings are display. My settings are pretty much, I don't have that, and I don't have this. Trades as a blow. I don't have this, so which means I'll be able to see if there's 800 shares. I'll be able to see 800 shares. If there's, that's how I want to see it. I want to see the actual numbers. So that's how I have it selected. And up here, I do have display montage. I do have that. And this is basically, and here on classic. So I don't like this. The reason why I don't like this new Zero Pro is because I like to be able to see different price levels with the different distinct colors. So that way, when a stock is moving fast, or in a volatile stocks, I don't have to look at the numbers. I don't get confused. It's very, if you have the second one green and then red, it's very distinct colors, so you'll be able to see which side is moving fast, right? So I like to go classic because it has more distinct color. Sterling green is okay I prefer sterling because mainly I mainly use TradeZero, so I'm used to this color. So these are my settings. You can go on color if you like and edit the size and all that. The font you can. I mean, I usually would probably have it at 9. You can change a few things here. So apply and OK. So now you don't have the level the time and sales. Your colors are changed and you have this. Now the next important thing you want to do, this is right click on that. Now you want to right click here and go to Trade Default. What Trade Default does is automatically, so the type, you don't want to have, I personally like to have it limit, so you have a limit. So automatically, let's say you're in a trade, you come back here, it's not market, you don't have to change it all the time. It will just be set to limit. What you got to do is then you got to type in the price. You don't have to change that. And also, I like to, my starter position is say 1,000 shares. So I like to have this as 1,000 shares. If you want to like it, 100 or 200. So that way, when a stock is quickly comes, you just type in, your default size is 500, let's say, and automatically when you press buy or sell, you go in and out 500 shares, right? So you're not, wasting time trying to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would just automatically default 5. That is, and the other thing that I like doing is I like to leave this as a tick. The reason why is because this is just hides your size if you want to hide your size. That's pretty much it for the level 2. Yep, that's pretty much it. This is how I have my level 2s. I'll just so this two are pretty much the same. So I'll just leave this. So this is my level 2. The next thing, okay, what's the next thing? The next is chart. Now let's go through the chart. All right, here we go. This is the chart. This is the default version of the chart. Now, one thing you want to do is that you want to link your main chart that you're looking at and your level 2. So that means if you type in a ticker name here, because these two windows are linked, that if I type VVPR automatically pops in here. You don't have to type it on the chart. So these are color coded, different colors. You can just do that. So now these two windows are, now if I have to change here to another ticker, automatically change here. So you're ready to go, right? All right. So then once you have this, the settings that you want to go in here with, you see this settings right here for the chart, you click on that. Now a couple of notes. The way I have mine is scroll down to the bottom. Let's start from the bottom. Show orders. Do you want to see your orders? Yes, I do want to see my orders so that I'll be able to, determine on the chart, I'll be able to see where my orders sit. So for example, if I'm long or short, I want to cover here and you have an order sitting here, it would just show that you have orders sitting here. So you know exactly where your orders sit on the chart. Position shaded, I don't like this. False, the reason why is because I want to be able to see a distinct difference between pre-market, post-market, and market hours, which is this. You see how it's pre-market is gray, after-market is gray, and during market hours is black. If you have shaded, what happens is when you have an entry, it would actually gray that area, right? It would just gray the background of that. So I don't like that. It's a little bit confusing, especially if you're a scalper, you're going in and out many times. That thing is just fucking zebra, right? So short position shaded, no. show trade tick size. For me, I'll leave it. Let's put it medium. We'll just leave it at medium, so that way when you actually enter a trade, so let's say you enter here for long or short, it would just show a tick mark right there saying you entered or you went long or short on that particular. And the size, what's the size of that tick is pretty much it. And the style is that, do you want to see tick size only? Do you want to see an arrow? Do you want to see you know, text with it, which shows the number? For me, I just want to see the arrow. If the arrow is facing that way, if the arrow is facing this way, then it means you actually went long or covered a short position. But if the arrow is going that way, it means you sold or you went short on that particular. So arrow, the other things you can do is arrow and text, arrow, and then the number shares it, which as well if you want to. But arrow for me is enough. Tick an arrow. So this way, an arrow is just an indication that exactly where you went in. But the tick is where the direction matters. Okay. We'll leave that. Arrow and tick. The other ones, refresh delay of logo, show stock logo. I mean, you can see the logo if you want. It would just show you on there on the platform. On the actual chart, if let's say for Apple or whatever, it would just show the logo. What other title by color? Yep. So if you want to see pre-market and post-market. Now, the other thing that really annoys me is the grid line is just too confusing for me. Yes, you can see the price, but I don't like to have it, so I generally put that false on the grid. Look how neat and clear it looks like. It's so distinct, because the way you want to have your platforms, you don't want to clutter it with too much information that is confusing. You want to have it with just enough that you only get the information that you want to get, right? So for me, I like to have my charts pretty neat. The other ones is okay, let's see. Alright, that's pretty much it. This is how I want to have it. How I actually want to have. This is the volume. Yep, this is exactly how I want to have it. And for the chart, that's it. Alright, so this is the chart. The next part is let's go and have a look at what else is important. Time and sales. Alright, let's click on time and sales. When time and sales pops in, it would automatically be like this. We'll just put it down here. So let's put our chart right here next to it. Oops. And then also let's put the level 2 right here. Now the next thing, time and sales. You also want to link your time and sales, right? So if you link your time and sales, same color as this. So basically what you're doing is you have. So this is how I like to have it. So I have level 2, time and sales and chart. So this is stocks that haven't executed trade yet. So this is an indication of what's going to happen in the foreseeable future. This is what happened. So this shows you the price, the size, and the time that those particular. So if a trade is executed here, it would print and it would show you the price, size, and the time. And also you can color code it, so it would show you which side of the market did it happen. Which side of the market did the trade happen? Is it in the bid side or in the ask side, right? You don't get that information on the chart per se. So time and sales, you color code it to match all these. These are linked. So what you want to do is right click. Let's go to preference. Now, what I like to see, I don't like to type personally. Exchange, I mean, sometimes when it comes to TradeZero, if you're with another brokerage firm where it shows you have a direct access to the market, which means you have RCAR or Ajax or anything like that, direct access to the market, it might be helpful in terms of you be able to see where in which exchange most of the executions are happening, so you can actually route it to that. But here with TradeZero, the route is smart. You don't have option to that, so there's no point in seeing that. The time can be sometimes helpful in terms of, let's say, halt happens. So let's say if it's halt, to see what the last trade is, so you can do that last time where it halt, the last trade that happened at the halt, plus 5 minutes. So that kind of is helpful. I like to have it, so apply and OK. You can also change your font and where it's located, right? So you can change it here. But the way it is fine for me. Apply OK. Shrink this a little bit. This is how I like to have it. All right. So now, if you want to trade, let's say RKDA, click on that automatically. So time and sales, everything pops. You're ready to go. All right. All right. So what's the next thing? So we have that. The next thing that we have is the next important thing that we have is let's see. I will do. Let's do locates. All right. So if you want to locate, what happened is it would come like that. This is the window. You type in the symbol. So RKDA, for example, and you specify how many shares do you want to locate for short sale, and you press locate. And then right now it's not market hours, so that's why it's rejecting. But it would automatically say the price, how much you're going to pay for it, whether you want to accept the share size, how much it's going to cost you, and action, which means do you want to take the short, or you want to reject them. If you don't like the price, you can reject it. If you like the price and for the amount of shares, then you can accept it. That's what it is. And the next part is high-low ticker is kind of good. It will show you. If you know. Let's see what it will show you. All right, let's go watch this. This is kind of a little bit important. So on watch list, right? So you'll be able to type in the ticker RKDA, for example, and then obviously you can put if you go preference, you'd be able to put in more, so you'd be able to see the bid, the ask, and whatever. The way I have it is I have symbol change. I want to see the volume change means how much did it go up or down. So if you have it in here, you want to be able to see is it $2 minus or $2 plus? Is it going up or down, right? You also want to see the volume. The volume is important because if something is picking up volume, you'll be able easily to get information. So what you want to see here is information that would help you guide your trades, right? I want to see how much it changed. I want to see the volume. I want to see the last prices ticking, and have alert high and alarm high and alarm low. The reason why that I have is you can right click on this. All right, this is how I have it. I play okay. You can right click on this, right, and then you can set an alert. So let's say for the high limit $10, right? Low limit is let's say $5. And if you click apply, what happens is when the stock hits, as it's going up, hits $10 and up, it would pop an alarm system and it would show you that it says RKDA passing 10, right? And if you have the low limit at 5, when it comes down and it breaks it, pop. So if you're watching something, you can just pop it in here, your watch list, and you put it at the side and you focus on what you're going to focus on, right? You pop it in there, there's certain price levels that you want to play in. And if something is going up, then it would automatically show you, right? And then apply. So that would be it. Now, what other things are there important in terms of here? This is pretty much okay. Hotkeys. These are important. So these are my hotkeys. These are my hotkeys. The way you create hotkeys is basically toggle. This is to change windows between. So if you want to go between two separate level 2s, you can toggle between them. Toggle charts. This is if you want to toggle charts. All order actions. So this so this is like if you want to cancel. All order actions means if you have seen an order and you press that hotkey, it doesn't matter from which window it came or whatever, it would just automatically cancel it. So this particular hotkey goes. So for me, this I have cancel order, and that's that. Setup. This is where the main nitty gritty is, right? So if you want to buy, so you want to click on buy, right? Shares. So do you want to share or position? Which means if it's a share, then let's say 1,000 shares, right? So now you're actually, if you're buying 1,000 shares, right? If you have position, let's say you already need to have a position. So position, let's say 50%, right? So 0.5. So what happens is right now, if you're trying, let's say you're short 1,000 shares and you have position 50% cover, right? So when you press this particular hotkey, what happens is you cover 50% of that position. So if you're 1,000, you automatically cover 500, right? So that's what position is. Order type, how long is it a market limit? I usually like to go for limit, right? Market stop orders, and you have all of this, right? I like to go with limit. Routes, obviously, we only have one. time in force is, for me, it's just, you don't have to tick it or a day, right? But let's do shares and 1,000. Shares 1,000. Now this is, if you click on this, right, if you don't have this auto send, when you click this particular hotkey, let's say this is Control X, right, and description is buy 1,000, right, at the market. So this is market. If you do limit, so I like to go limit. Sorry, I like to go limit. You would have to specify. So that's the route. That's the time and force. You have to specify which one of the trades happens. So if you're buying, you want to buy on the bid side. You do bid side. For me, the price offset is +2, right? So for example, now if I go apply and OK, and if I click on this and press Control X, what happens is I will buy 1,000 shares at $3.25, so it'll be 3,252, right? Because I have this 2 cents offset. The reason why I have this is because if something is volatile and it's going, it's speeding up to the upside, I don't want to miss out. So I have a bit of an offset to kind of chase it. So I'll be chasing it up to 2 cents per share, right? So autofill, save, and OK. The same thing with shorts, covers, and positions. So this is how you create a hotkey. These are my hotkeys. If you can pause the video and have a look at it, it would really kind of help you how I have it. Alright, thanks guys. This is how I have my setup, and I know it's a pretty long video, but I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, you know, comment below so I'll be able to get back to you and answer your questions. I'm pretty sure there's a lot that I left, but so far this is the general idea of it. Good luck guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Thanks for watching.